Nicole, you're talking to Ed. He tells me he passed suddenly, unexpectedly. However, it's almost something medical that went unseen for a long time, and it kind of just kind of snuck up on us, he's telling me. Or the severity snuck up. He goes, it could be a cancer. It could be, hey, you have like naturally high blood pressure and it sneaks up in the form of a heart attack. So it almost seems like a medical underlying thing that comes up and gets us out of nowhere, essentially. And he kind of reiterates that it wasn't necessarily something that we could all see. He says he goes down in steps. He says, oh, I figured I'd go that way. I just didn't think it would be that day. Nicole, does that make sense to you yet? How does that resonate with you yet? I feel like he's like a father figure. You're still grieving the loss. It feels like water through your fingertips. My sister found him in my mom's plants. What'd they say he passed from? He's your uncle, and your sister found him in your mom's plants, and he tells me he passed suddenly, unexpectedly. It's a health thing that went down in dramatic steps. It was something that was unseen. No one saw it coming. We're still grieving it almost. We don't know. How long has he been gone? He communicates really well. He communicates as if he's been gone at least over a year, maybe 5. We don't know his cancer. Yeah, like his cancer, like we didn't know the severity. That's what he said, right? We didn't know the severity essentially amped up. It spiked up the severity. It went undetected. It went down in steps. So it's his cancer essentially catching up to him. So January 13, 2024. I'm like, listen, I know this guy has been gone longer than a year. Maybe he's been gone 5, but he's definitely been gone for 1. He's been gone just over 1 year, 6 months about. So I think that's pretty incredible that he's able to have this kind of communication. You know, and I think that we know we have high blood pressure, it just comes up and gets us. So maybe we know we have something, but it'll come up and get us at just the right moment. And he goes, symptoms 0. Symptoms nothing out of the ordinary. Wild. Can't explain it. I thought my heart would go before that, but can't explain it, Kato. And I was like, all right. And so he still says that you guys are grieving the loss. And I know that uncles can seem like distant relatives, but he almost feels like a father figure for you. And he talks about his clothes. He either says 2 things. One, that we still have his clothes, or that we have smelt him. He has a significant, like, I can smell my Aunt Lynn anywhere because that perfume will hit you like a ton of bricks, you know? And he talks about he goes, I visit through subtle ways, but I'm also okay with keeping to myself. Let everybody know that I'm good. Your family's full of huggers. I haven't let myself grieve him. Well, guess what? You haven't seen it yet, but he says because he's like a father figure, grieving. When have you ever watched me write the word grieving? You are still grieving, and it feels like water through your fingertips. You're literally not wanting to let go as you're being forced to let go, and it's wild because if you're on the other side of grieving, you're watching a crowd of people move on with their lives without you, but one person has stopped and they're still looking back at you, hurting. And he says, go, it's okay. Look for the hopeful signs. Look, turn around, and in your future, all around you, let me communicate with you up there. Because you're grieving. Like, if I'm not standing right here as you're crying at me, you don't believe I'm even there. Find me in tomorrow. Find me in today. Find me in the upcoming. Have the, grieving hold you back. Hold you timeline emotionally in reverse. Hopefulness, maybe we can connect, maybe we can communicate. Okay, he is okay, all right? That can project you hopefulness into your future timeline. So I want you to channel your grieving enough to be able to transmute, or same word, transform that into being positive about the future, because, and looking for signs 100%. And then I lost my grandma right before him. So you had double trauma back to back, and that's a lot to handle too. Holy crap. And so that's all about, I did this amazing private reading yesterday. Absolutely amazing. I think I'm going to watch it back for my own benefit, to be honest. And she talks about, in that reading, we talked about how, hey, I know that you miss me, but how, I'm going to write a book before I go, and so I'm starting it now. All right? And it is, I don't know if anyone's ever read Chicken Soup, but it's from different perspectives, different stories, different, take a look at this through these lenses, right? Just like I gave you the analogy of a spirit watching everyone walk away. And this whole book is going to be put to, oh, hold on. And in this book, okay, it's going to tell you the world around you will communicate in synchronicities. This is your world. You are the main character in this movie, and there's piano keys and music everywhere, okay? And it's all about what's one coincidence leads to the next coincidence, leads to yesterday's coincidence, leads to tomorrow. What are the chances, okay? So your world will communicate with you, around you. Deciphering that and communicating back with it and understanding it, all an internal journey, okay? All an internal journey. So this person's a primary guardian angel for you. You have grief on grief. Your grandma's fine. She also passes of something medically. Her hands are cold. She's being taken care of. She looks like she's laying down, so she was probably in a medical state toward the end of her life, not getting around too much. She said she's absolutely okay too. So, oh, cute. I love that. I love that song. I love that song. They are the only in my family, and I have nobody. Yeah, okay. I feel the exact same way. Everybody's gone. So what do you do when it's just you? You have to create the reality you want. One day your TV will turn off, and you will exist as a spirit. That is all I know. One day this TV of being able to feel pressure and hold and warmth, that'll be a memory for your soul when you're just existing, okay? So feel the warmth, hug your fucking family, get excited about tomorrow, develop your mindset intentionally, notice you're sad, transmute it into hopeful, fake it till you make it, do whatever you can, you guys. Reality could stop at any minute. What you perceive as reality. Hi, Kate. How are you? I talk to spirit in my dreams. Good. That is great. I validate all of that communication for you as a professional in the field.